weekly mantra of some sort, but we thought that this kind of applied to our everyday. So
yeah, this idea came about, actually we were having a team meeting yesterday and just chatting, and I think it's a rule that we kind of follow in our everyday lives, and it's something that we can also apply to our wardrobes, and we just felt super inspired and wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, if you want to talk about what.
Yeah, so our rule that we really have kind of taken, I don't know what the word is.
We were inspired by.
We were inspired by, was the 80-20 rule, which we think that kind of just applies to every aspect of your life, but especially for us, we really resonated with style and just thought it would be a really fun and interesting topic for you guys. When we say 80-20, we're really talking about the balance between, I think with style specifically, about what pieces that you want to incorporate that are feeling a little bit more risk-takey, whether it's from prints to colors to new silhouettes to, I don't know, some fun brands that, you know, might feel a little bit outside the box. And then we're also talking about like what pieces you're wanting to invest in. These are going to be, you know, the 80% is going to be your classics and your staples, but then you're going to incorporate some new things in that 20%. So
yeah, and the reason we were talking about this is we were just feeling sometimes you get really overwhelmed or you don't know where to start with something, and I think what we do in our personal lives and in our business is we always go back to our basics. Like that's something we say to each other all the time. We're like, let's take it back to our basics.
Or let's restart and start
regroup. Yeah, go back to those key things that make you you. In your life, I think we talk about going back to doing your workout, eating a good meal, like just making sure you feel really balanced in your life. And in your wardrobe, I think the same applies, going back to those go-to basics and pieces that make you feel good and give you the confidence so that you can branch out and push it a little bit and do the 20%
to feel to feel interesting and to spark interest like in your style, because when you feel good, it's gonna like show through, I feel like. So we're gonna
feel good. When you look good, you feel good, vice versa, and then I think you just perform better in every aspect of your life.
And I think we also wanted to really sit down and like talk about what we say. We always use the term new silhouette lately because we've just been loving more modern takes on things. And I think for us, a new silhouette is going to be things that have a different element that are interesting, whether it's, you know, like a cutout or a color, or the length and the width of things feels a little bit different and, you know, just more modern.
Modern, fresh, interesting has been kind of our keywords. So we pulled some pieces that we're going to demonstrate for you guys, some new arrivals we're really excited about, and just some pieces that we can kind of, you know, show you what your core classics are, and then what those pieces, if you've been wanting to try something new or change it up, kind of some pieces we're loving right now.
Yeah, and I think, as you guys know, we love to talk about our DNA, which is always remaining classic and timeless. So, you know, our classic pieces that make up, for me for sure, 80% of my wardrobe are going to be, you know, your classic jean, your tee, your white button down, a bodysuit, a classic black trouser. These are kind of your like foundation. It's the DNA of, like, for me especially, the things I can always go to when I want to tone things back a little, or, you know, branch out. I might incorporate these so I still feel like myself.
So it makes styling the interesting pieces easier.
Yes.
So for example, Alex has on,
I'm loving my outfit today.
This is a new piece we have in from Tibby. We've had this in another navy, like a dark navy. Yeah. But we're loving this heathered gray.
Yes. This is gonna be the Luxe double-faced wool shirt. I was very inspired by, you know, our owner Kate today. She rocked this look, and I wanted to wear it for our live because I would have never thought to introduce this, like, what feels like a really crazy silhouette. Honestly, just feels like your go-to chunky sweater, but make it quarter sleeve and a button down. And I just played around and threw that on with that, and I tucked one part of my button down in to have it kind of sticking up. But
and then she's got it paired with a new style of mousy jeans, which I think are always a great kind of in-between jean if you're not quite ready to get into the
wide leg.
Yeah, this is a good departure from a classic skinny.
Yeah.
But still feels very very easy to wear for a lot of people.
Yes. So that's an example of kind of how I'm balancing things out. Again, I think with time, we sometimes, everyone is different, and I think everyone's style is different, which is why we love it. But I also think tying things back into what feels good. And some days I'm gonna be a 50-50. You know, we were talking about this too. It's never about an 80-20, but it's the concept that we can always like remember when we're wanting to feel re-inspired.
When you want to fall back on.
Yeah.
Something easy to fall back on. When you're
Even with
feeling
shopping too,
overwhelmed.
I've been trying to put together my list of things I want to invest in for the season, but I have also felt super overwhelmed or not super inspired. But this kind of just like helps me narrow down my list.
It gives you a starting point, which I think is what we like. It makes it a little less overwhelming. So we're just going to talk about a couple other pieces. I think denim is an easy way and like a way that we like to introduce you guys to like a new silhouette is in denim. And we've obviously talked about these brand koozie jeans from Tibi before, but they just feel super relaxed and very modern and fresh. It's a new silhouette. But if you're just starting to try it, or if you're kind of wearing it every day, sometimes it's your go-to jean, depending on your personal style, having the basics to pair back to it, like a really nice, sleek, slim bodysuit. This one is new from Anina Bing. If you guys have worn her Eva tank, which I'm personally obsessed with, this has the same silhouette up top, so it shows a little bit of skin up here, which is great. And then pairing it back to a classic
lightweight cashmere,
black cashmere sweater. This
Super
one's
simple.
Lulu Studio, but you're like just your classic pieces. And when you pair this trendier or different pair of jeans back to your classic pieces, it doesn't feel like such a departure from what you're used to. But you're still trying something new. So that's an example.
Yeah. Also balancing out like the silhouettes too. Like Taylor's wearing, you know, her Tibi black trousers, but she paired it with like a balance of a super tailored traditional style silhouette of a classic blazer in a classic color. So it still feels really simple and classic, but again, she's playing around with a different silhouette of pants. So she's balancing that out, which I also really love.
I could, and sometimes I'm in a mood to go all big. So this is a very tailored jacket from Veronica Beard, which I love. Sometimes I'm in the mood to go all big, and I'll throw on, thank you. This is new from Tibi as well. I'll throw on a really oversized silhouette in a blazer. It still kind of gives me the same look, but it's a lot more, I think, relaxed. And I always like pairing it with a crop top so that you see a little bit of my skin here, just personal preference because I'm so short and short torsoed. I think it just helps me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then I've got it with my big Tibi trousers. I did get these hemmed, you guys, but I just want to make a note that if you do get them hemmed, the intention is that they're a kind of dramatically long silhouette. That's kind of the intended look. So I got mine hemmed, but they still drag on the ground, which is what I wanted. And it still gives me that very oversized, relaxed silhouette.
And then again here, where are the trousers? We have our classic trouser, but I think again, like adding a new twist to a different silhouette is also incorporating the classic color. We just got this sweater in from Veronica Beard. It has a really fun cutout on the neckline, which is super flattering, but also still feels super different. And pairing that together, I think just works really well, and it's super easy. And then we also have a few pant options too. Like we have again a louder, definitely more bold statement silhouette of a leather trouser from Tibi. We also just got these in, and I'm obsessed with them. I tried them on.
I know, I'm obsessed.
Or we have a fun pant, which I was talking about using these nylon pants as kind of your trouser option that feels a little bit cooler and different. Also pairing it again with our classics like a bodysuit, a t-shirt.
Like I think a white t-shirt with these, if you want to stay super classic on top, just makes a lot of sense. But you can also go kind of this route and throw this on with either one of these too. Just depending on where you are in your personal style journey, you kind of, you know, tweak this to how it feels good to you. Some tops. Talk about the 4-2.
Okay. This is a really fun, this top is from 4-2. We just got it in last week, and this is the tulle flounce top. It's again a really fun structure. It's different and it pairs, I think, really well under either a blazer in jeans and kind of has that fun option. Again, different texture, different material. This is, again, something that I think would spice up my wardrobe a little bit and compare it easily with my go-tos, my favorite denim, or a blazer, which we love. Or if you want to take it a notch, yeah, incorporating, again, we always love a leather jacket. Incorporating this fun leather blazer, again, is a different texture and a different silhouette, which we really, really love.
These colors together are also so pretty. And I think we also like balancing out, like this is a very sheer, feminine, sexy top. And if you balance it out with a masculine blazer or an oversized jean or a leather texture, I think it helps give that really nice balance in an easy way. I think a good tip is that if something like this speaks to you emotionally, because I'm that type of person where I see this and I think it's so beautiful and I have to have it, but then you can't think of how it's gonna work into your wardrobe. I think going back to your basics, what basics am I gonna pair this top back to make it work in my wardrobe, because I love it and I'm gonna love how I feel in it. So I think it's just a good way for you to think about, like Alex said, what pieces are you gonna invest in and what makes sense.
Yeah. Another thing that we talked about with 80-20 is also incorporating color. I know for me, I could wear black every day, all day, but I think another fun way to make things feel fun and exciting is investing in a color that I don't normally have, but again, that can pair super easily. I love a bold statement color. Taylor's been obsessed with this color orange.
I think I'm gonna have to get this.
Yeah, it's so good, but again, I think playing with like your softer classic colors like gray softens things up and makes it feel
it's
like
less
this
harsh
is the
than black.
main point. And I really do love this scarf. I think it's kind of a moment.
No, and here's where I think it's nice to make sure in your classics you've got a nice gray jacket or gray top or gray sweater, because if you want to play with a color like this, sometimes it's a little too harsh under black, and I think the gray really gives you that opportunity to rock a color like this.
Yeah, so we love that.
The blazer's from Anina Bing, and I always
love her.
For those of you who want to always try something new, I always recommend going with like a color or a print in a very classic silhouette. I can throw this one on.
Yeah.
But Anina Bing makes a really great, easy classic blazer silhouette. Like her fit is always so good, you guys. I think I personally own, this is embarrassing. I think I probably own 8 to 10 Anina Bing blazers. Like, how many does a girl need?
Yeah, so again, this is a fun print as well. Definitely different, but same classic silhouette, which we really love.
But easy if you want to add a little pop of color. And like I love this with like a white t-shirt and a jean, or a white t-shirt and a trouser. I think it's super easy. The Elizabeth pieces.
Yes. I also wanted to mention these as well. These Elizabeth pieces are one of a kind, made in Colorado, Fort Collins. And these are a really fun investment piece that is worth adding a cool, different, modern twist on something to make it feel a little bit more formal or to make it feel really cool. It's founded by our owner, Kate and Annabella. And one thing I loved when we were in New York, because Annabella was going and picking fabric, is she wore her wrap skirts so cool in New York. She wore it with a blazer and then just like a really easy silk camisole top in denim, and all of the dinners we were going to, she just seemed easily dressed up without having to try, and it was just like a super easy transition from work to dinner, which I really love.
We call these our frosting pieces, and if you guys have heard us talk about those before, these are the pieces that kind of help really dial your look up easily and make you feel very special, and there's so many ways that you can wear these. This piece, we can give you guys a couple of examples, but this piece you can wear, we show over denim all the time, but I think this would be so cool over a trouser with like a little crop top and a blazer. I think that just feels super special, and it is probably how I would wear it, because it takes your trouser and blazer moment from like 5 to an 11. Like, it just feels really cool, really elevated. They're great to travel with, like Alex just said, in New York. When you can't pack much and you need to easily transition your day look into a cool night look, they're really easy to throw on. I can show you.
This one too is a really fun.
This would also be so
wrap skirt as well. It's kind of a minier version, but there's so many purposes and ways to wear this. I was playing around with a nude bandeau and wearing this as a top with some denim and a jacket, or either crisscross tying it and making it more like a belt situation around these jeans, or a pant. Really cute. You saw in our ad campaign that we paired it with a silk pant and had it just a little bit of sparkle, which made a sweater and silk set look really special and unique. So
here's the wrap skirt. I just have it on over my trousers, and I would probably do like a boot or a heel with this, but I could do it with a blazer. I think it'd be so pretty with a sweater on top. It's hard to see with my blazer. Hold on.
Yeah,
these colors together,
just kind of like tucked, which is really
feels
really
so
pretty.
Cozy, but so elevated and beautiful. I think this is a great piece going into the holidays. Like, you can tie it over your jeans with a sweater.
Another look I would love with this skirt you have on is also, we have a different blazer from Tibby. It's oversized. I would wear that as my dress with this tulle skirt tied under for a little sheer moment for holiday or a party in the winter. Would be my go-to with a really nice strappy heel.
This is also a piece that doesn't have to be holiday specific. Like, you can take this into the summer over a swimsuit, like over a black one piece would be so stunning. Here's the Tibby blazer. Yeah, you guys know I'm obsessed with this blazer too. But you could do a jean under this. You could do a leather pant if you like to do the like statement look, like myself. You could even do like the Tibby leather pant under this and just go like full statement look. But what's nice about these is it's like a one size fits all. It's super versatile. You can wear them so many different ways, and I feel like it just makes you feel special. If you're at an event or anything, I just personally experienced this where your outfit doesn't feel dialed. It's distracting, and then people are taking photos, and you don't want to be a part of the photos, and then you look back on it and you're like, wow, I really wish I would have worn something else. I wish I would have had one of these Elizabeth.
This is the wrap skirt is something that I will never have to like think about. I can just easily throw it on and my outfit feels elevated, which we love. But I feel like that's kind of it on everything, but we just wanted to talk about this 80-20 because we just felt really inspired by it, and we feel like it just applied to so many things in our day-to-day, especially when it comes to work and style. So
it's just a good reminder. Sometimes we have to remind each other, go back to your basics, go back to your 80%. If you're just starting out, make sure that you start curating that 80% because it's going to save you in the future when you're wanting to branch out and try something new. You've got your basics to fall back on. If you get really busy and you can't fathom having to put together an outfit in the morning, or you're traveling and you're not sure what to pack, I think having that core 80% of those things that you know make you feel good, make you look good, and are going to work with anything is super key. So we just wanted to share that inspiration with you guys.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you guys for joining us. See you next week.